My name's Ira Lippke. We're at my studio, Ira Lippke Studios. We represent 5 photographers and 2 filmmakers. We've had the honor to photograph some spectacular events all around the world. We're based in New York City, but from here it's a great location for us to fly wherever we need to get to. So a destination wedding is really an immersive experience where you're with a group of people, usually a smaller group of people, for several days. And it's so important that as a photographer that you connect with the people that you're with. One element of destination weddings that I really love is the fact that when people come, it's usually for multiple days and everyone's very present and ready to have a great time, ready to connect with each other, and really comfortable. And that creates amazing environments and amazing situations to photograph. So I try to keep it really fun, but also really professional. We kind of connect with our clients as much as they want to connect with us. We're very available. I like to think of it as a consummate professional at a really nice hotel that is friendly, that serves their needs, is ready to put their all into it, but at the same time doesn't kind of push your way into what they're doing. Because we are guests, we are documenting what's happening. When planning a wedding, I always connect with the bride and groom and any planners involved and parents, whoever's involved in planning the day, and just have them describe what's happening, what their plans are, and then we identify what the key elements for me to photograph. I actually have a destination package that includes the wedding day, the rehearsal dinner, and those other fun events that are happening. I love to photograph people getting ready, boat rides and beach time. I love to photograph to the end of the night. I get some of my favorite pictures. Whatever people are doing, I think that is a big part of the story as well. I believe that great photography really happens here. It's important to have lenses that are sharp and a great sensor, but the great photo is happening with what is happening in my head and what my eye sees. When I'm packing for a destination wedding, I typically bring 2 bodies, 2 flashes. I bring 2 zooms, my 24 to 70, which probably I'd say 70–80% of my pictures are taken with my 24 to 70. I also love my 70 to 200, and so I'll use that during daylight time. If it's low light, I'll have my monopod too to keep it stable, but I do keep it really light. Then I also bring a set of primes. I bring a 20mm, a 24mm, a 50mm, and an 85. And it's nice to have those primes for low light or when I want to really throw the background out of focus. Enough memory cards that I never need to format my cards. I always back up at the end of each shoot. I number every card so that we can look over and just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and make sure that we're not missing any cards. I bring my waterproof housing, which I love to bring because it enables me to get great shots underwater and to be shooting on the beach without having to worry about getting sand or water on my camera. So for me, I want to be present to what is happening. I want to be able to really move around quickly and really observe and to be able to predict what that meaningful moment is going to be even before it happens, so I'm there with my camera and ready for that moment to happen. I always make sure to arrive early enough to be able to have enough time to scout and really get familiar with the location, because the location is such a key actor and part of the setting and the narrative that you're telling. So I always take a good walk. I always think about what the light's going to be like at different times of the day. And a great tool for that is an app called Sunseeker. And it'll show you where exactly, and you can do a live view as you pan across the scene where the sun will be at different times of the day. And that is a great way for me to think through where I want to shoot at what time of the day and to think about what angle I want to take. What I love to do is to bring the bride and groom to a beautiful place that's they can feel the drama and the beauty of this setting, and then to let them really be free and to be themselves and to enjoy that time as primarily the time for the two of them to be together. I even tell them to think of the photography as secondary, that the most important thing is for them to just enjoy themselves and to connect, and I actually get better pictures that way. And I love to bring the environment into it so that it really tells the story of why they're there, and it brings out the beauty not only of who I'm shooting, but the location that I'm shooting at as well. If they need direction, I'll direct them to be in the best light. So it's not as much posing. It's not as much saying, oh, come stand here, look this way. I love to just let people walk down that path and be themselves and have fun. There's many distinctives that separate out a higher end photographer from a lower end photographer. And key element is the eye and is the vision. There's nothing that is the most important thing is the photographer's eye and vision. But one other distinctive that I've noticed is that it's important for photographers and the whole team, assistants included, to find out what the attire of the event is and to dress in order to blend into the wedding. If it's a black tie event, we wear black tie. If it's a white linens on the beach, we're wearing white linens on the beach. If it's an Indian wedding and everyone's dressed up in beautiful Indian clothes, I'm gonna wear a turban as well. And I think it's important for the photographer to really, one, to blend in to everyone else so that if one of the photographers or assistants happens to be in a picture, they don't stand out like a sore thumb. And two, I think it really honors the wedding day to acknowledge that you're a part of it and to acknowledge that these creative decisions that are being made are important. We feel that it's such an honor to be invited into such an important and intimate time as someone's wedding, and especially a destination wedding, when it is just their most essential friends and family there. And we develop these friendships that last over time. There's this one photo I'm thinking of a wedding that I shot in Los Angeles, and at the end of the night, it just so happened there was, I think, 4 or 5 different couples that I had also photographed their wedding. Towards the end of the night on the dance floor, we all got together for a picture together, and they all picked me up, and it was such this wonderful moment of celebrating the connection and the great experiences and the great photographs that have happened over the time of working together. For me, what continually brings the passion and the enjoyment of doing wedding photography is really the relationships. Because this is really about relationships. We're documenting the story of a relationship between 2 people and 2 families coming together, and we can't help but form these really meaningful relationships in the process. And that continually is a source of inspiration, and it's such a rewarding experience for us to be part of such a thing as these beautiful destination weddings.